Hey there, everybody. This video, it's our Greenleaf Season 5, Episode 5 preview promo discussion. We are going to get into the sweet and sentimental moment of everyone back at Calvary. It's so weird. It feels like we haven't been to this church in like years at this point.
It's true. And I mean, while the family, of course, has been obviously the center of the show and the heart of the show, so is the church.
It's a character, and so we've sort of been without that. We've been without the big, worship music, all the stuff we sort of expect from Greenleaf. It's nostalgic, especially if you don't think about the fact that Bob and Judy are like ready to swing the swing one of the wrecking ball. There we go.
Yeah, it was really sad to see that in the promo, but we're going to break that down and everything else for you guys.
Well, before we get into it too much, if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and also check the link in the description because we just got done discussing everything that is everything from tonight's episode 4.
Yeah, and there was a lot going on.
A lot.
Okay, so we will start with that sentimental moment because it's really true. This church is a character in this show. And I mean, we even saw at the beginning of the season where Bishop was getting kind of sad, of course, watching them throw out the signs and bring everything out and seeing everybody in that promo all standing together on the stage and holding hands and probably praying together and saying goodbye. I'm not going to lie, it made me feel really sad because not only is it like saying goodbye to Calvary, there's only 4 episodes left.
Yeah.
Including this one coming up. Like, we are coming to the end of the road for this show, and then that is all she wrote.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to say goodbye to the Greenleafs in this particular corner of the world. Like, I would be surprised. I'll be honest. I'll be surprised if the spinoff is actually about one of the Greenleafs. Like, I feel like it's going to be about someone who's sort of unattached to them so that they can go somewhere else, a different setting and all of that. And because it feels like it's only one more day, I think we're going to have to see some sort of movement as to whether or not the church makes it through, because all the episode titles this season, they've been like the first day, the second, so I'm assuming all of episode 5 is going to take place again on just one day.
And we know that Grace has sort of this possible ace up her sleeve. We know that she's been in contact with Phil's dad who hung up on her, okay, but she may be able to track him down. Possibly, maybe. She knows that Phil's mom is the name that's like on all this Edenvale lending stuff, but she's been dead for 20 years. There's something there. The smoke is there. She thinks she might be able to find something to stop the wrecking ball. I just, it's right up against the clock.
This is the real chin-scratching moment of this, because it is sort of like, okay, do I think that Grace is going to be able to figure this out? Do I think that Bob and Judy are going to get their comeuppance and it's going to be great? Yes. Do I know if it's going to happen before Cavalry gets destroyed? I'm not so sure about that. I'm really nervous about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? I mean, they're not going to necessarily take down Bob and Judy in episode 5, and then we still have 3 more episodes. I mean, they could. I mean, realistically, there's so much going on with the will and now Tara and that phone call. Like, there is some other stuff that's going on. But personally, I'm hoping that episode 5 is not going to be the end of Bob and Judy because they've been a really good foil for everybody. I want to see them go down, but I want more build-up so that it's extra sweet when they go down.
I hate Bob and Judy. I love hating Bob and Judy. If we get rid of them now, who am I going to hate for the rest of the season? Like, it's good to have people in there who make you mad, and it's also good to have some stories that still are going to last because, like we said in the reaction, we don't really know what's going to happen with AJ at this point. It feels like some of that is kind of sort of resolved, except we don't know about that mystery guy. Like, that's still kind of out there.
Yeah, that still hasn't really been resolved at all. What is the connection? I still think it's going to come up in some kind of way. I hope so, yeah. I mean, If not, then like what exactly was the purpose of that? I think it's going to still come up again.
Yeah, it must come up in some way that a lot of people don't expect, because it doesn't feel like we're on the road to anything there at the moment. And it feels like we're on the road to other stuff.
Yeah, there was no AJ in this, so
Yeah.
So we're there. So it also looks like Jacob and Karissa are going to be telling the kids that they're getting divorced.
Finally.
Yeah. So they're going to be sitting down with Zora and letting her know what's going on. She looks like she's kind of a bit surprised by it, which I was actually surprised a bit about. I mean, I know that parents like to try to hide stuff from their kids and stuff like that, but she's really smart and very intuitive to people's feelings and what is going on for such a young person. I mean, kids know when things aren't right at home, so I was surprised that she was quite as surprised as she was.
Yeah, this is the thing. We're seeing with Jacob and Karissa two people who have gone through some pretty rough stuff. And Carissa's just blackmailed Jacob in a lot of ways with the will. And if I'm Jacob at that point, and I know Jacob's done plenty of bad stuff himself, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to fake being okay around Karissa while Zora is around for however long that it is. Like, I would be just like clenching my teeth, trying to make sure I wasn't saying something. I don't know exactly where that storyline has to go. It just sort of feels like, okay, you tell Zora and then you move on, but maybe I'm wrong and it does go somewhere interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's gonna be okay. I mean, she is a bit older, and I think she's gonna be okay.
I think she can figure that out. I think we have enough other stuff to worry about. We don't have to worry about the state of Zora at the moment. I think we have more to worry about the aftermath of the Tara James call and whatever is going on now. Because all we know right now is that Bishop, he's on the telephone. We don't know what she's saying, but I'm kind of nervous because this is a very troubling situation.
Yeah, I mean, he left that meeting with her tonight feeling pretty good, that they talked it out, they prayed about it together, they walked away from it both sort of being on the same page, and then this phone call comes in, and we don't know what was on the phone call, but clearly it's got to be something that's bad enough to make Lady May march down there and have a conversation with her, because we saw that in the promo tonight.
That is number one on the list of scenes I am desperate to see on this upcoming episode. I mean, because I just know that the Cavalry stuff's going to make me sad.
Yeah, it is.
I want the fireworks, and I think we could have some good fireworks here. But, and this is a big but, whatever Tara may have or may know or may disclose, that could go back and cause problems for Bishop, and it's not exactly as though Bishop and Lady May have had a relationship akin to walking through flowers and rainbows and happiness here.
Yeah, and it shows a little bit in the promo that they will be having a little bit of a tough time with that. I don't think we're anywhere back to they're getting divorced and everything is, they're just not getting married again. Everything's going to be all bad. I still think we're going to see a wedding at the end of all of this. This is just going to be, I mean, they're on the same page together. So neither one of them want to lose the family home. I think that, maybe Lady May's going to be able to figure out something. She may not be able to convince Tara not to take the house. I mean, we don't even know exactly what Tara's plans are. Does she want the house? Does she want to sell the house? Does she think the house should be turned into a church or something else for people to come and worship? We don't exactly know what her plans are, or if she really has a leg to stand on, because we even saw tonight with Aaron talking about the wills. And from my own estate experience of being a funeral director, whatever the last final will is your final will. It doesn't matter if there was a will before it. It's not valid, because whatever is the will is the will. So she would have to really be able to prove that Bishop had some sort of hand in killing her dad and everything that happened. And that proof isn't there.
I don't know how she's going to be able to pull this off unless she sort of has an ace in the hole, something that we don't know about. I don't know how she would even get something like that. at
Maybe
this point.
it's BASIE. Maybe he's not dead. Listen.
Yeah,
No body, no death. That's kind of how it works on TV. Yeah, Tasha said he's dead, but is he? Okay, listen,
well,
I know I'm in denial.
Well,
here,
okay,
but
weirder
whatever.
things have happened. I don't think he's alive,
I just
but
really like this character,
Yeah.
and it was such a, I don't know, it was a bit of a bummer to have it sort of be like, oh, and he died off screen. And I get it, and that's okay. The show's not about him, but he was such a good foil. I really liked him being around. It was good back and forth.
there are two things that I sort of know for sure about television. One, like you said, nobody, you can never know anything for sure. It may be
Sure.
unlikely, but it's still out there. Number two, nobody does anything on television for like altruistic reasons. Like ultimately, we're not going to see Tara just show up and do something that's like, oh, hi, Bishop Greenleaf. I'm just here to give you everything that you ask for. Thank you. Have a nice. There's a catch. It might be a big catch. It might screw over the entire Greenleaf family. 4 episodes is a lot of time for things to hit the fan.
Yeah, and I mean, while Tara may not necessarily want wealth or whatever, because she did say that is not exactly what she's after, we have seen her, after she spoke to Jacob, make a call to who? BASIE? Maybe Rochelle? Who knows, right? We don't know we don't really know anything about her yet or what the motive is. So it could be about her family. It could be about the money. But like I said, it could also be something else. Like maybe she is doing a lot of good work in that community. Maybe she needs more funds to be able to make that happen. It's like, listen, I know you love your big house and all your baubles, but they got to go because I need to be able to put money back into the community. I'm in some ways hoping that, not that they lose the house, but that they do find a way, if that is her actual motivation, to put something back into that church and into that community, because they're kind of starting from the ground too.
I think it could work. I think that could be something that's a little bit emotionally resonant. It could be about healing. The one thing that really is kind of just going through my mind a lot while we're doing this video is just that I talked a little bit earlier about episode titles being days. It's really only been, I guess, just a few days since Bishop and Lady May's wedding didn't happen. Does it feel like it was like 2 years ago to anyone else right now? Maybe it's just the era that we're living in, but I'm just sort of thinking back and being like, I vaguely remember things about that. I mean, life is happening too fast, everyone.
I know, it has only been like 5 days, or 4 days right now for tonight, but 5 days next week, and yeah, they should be married already.
Yeah, just give us something happy here. I mean, we've been through it with Greenleaf. I'm sure there'll be a happy ending at the end of this.
I feel very confident that there will be. And then, yes, there will be a spinoff. I actually don't agree. I think that it will be about one of these characters maybe leaving. Maybe it could be about Sophia and Zora and they're going off to do something else. It could be about something. I don't think it's going to be no connection to them. There's got to be something.
I'm dying on the Darius hill. I think it's going to be Darius, and I think he's going to go off somewhere else.
Maybe it's going to be the BASIE hill. Yeah.
The entire spinoff is how BASIE comes back from the dead. And the resurrection. Okay, yeah, there's so many weird things I could do with that. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But anyway, what do you guys think is coming on Greenleaf Season 5, Episode 5? Be sure to share in the comments, and if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and support us further by checking the link in the description to the store. And we'll see you here next time.